Welcome to Marketing People Love. I am your host, Jacques Spitzer. If you're passionate about storytelling, brand marketing, and knowing what it takes to create marketing people love, then this podcast will be a place for you to get inspired by some of the top experts in the world. And do I have a treat for you all today? I have my friend, Sandra Clark, Global Brand Marketing Manager for The North Face. She has an amazing role and gets to be part of incredible collaborations. And we're gonna dig into some of the advice that she has for marketers like you and I that left me feeling super inspired. So buckle that chin strap because we're about to shred the gnar. Well, that's metaphorically speaking, but we are gonna hear about what it was like working with professional athletes, celebrities, and even the Girl Scouts. And it will result in me presenting Sandra with her very own podcasting badge. Sandra, welcome to Marketing People Love.
This episode is brought to you by Brand Pop. Do you want to craft a compelling brand voice that is consistent and breaks through the noise? Then Brand Pop is for you. Brand Pop takes users through a self-guided online workshop filled with incredible animated explainer videos and interactive modules that allow you to answer key questions like how do I want to make my customers feel and what sets my brand apart from the rest. Head over to mybrandpop.com and use the code MPL20 to save an additional 20%. That's mybrandpop.com, code MPL20.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Now, back to the show. This is a podcast, I don't know. We'll say 12 plus years in the making. Let's not age ourselves.
I was going to say it's getting closer to 20 years, Jacques.
For some time in the making,
Yep.
we have enough dirt on each other to bury each other. I've never heard that term before. I made it up right now, but here we are today. Yeah, here we are today. And instead of being buried in dirt, you live your life buried in snow, right?
Hopefully not buried. I took my Avalanche 101 course, but floating on top, surfing on top of the snow, that's more preferred.
So you are now doing awesome work with the North Face. I mean, from helping them launch like new materials and literally materials as in the material of fabrics, not just materials for marketing, but also just doing some really cool collaborations and all sorts of things. And so for people out there uninitiated with what all your role touches, give them a sense of like, what do you do for the North Face?
Wow, big question.
We only ask big questions on this podcast.
This isn't an easy podcast, I guess.
No,
We're just gonna get thrown right in. Well, I've been at the North Face for 6 years, and I think I describe it a little bit differently for each person that is listening to me. I really market it towards the audience,
Nice.
But I'm going to call it two things. The brand manager role at the North Face is either considered like the quarterback and the nerd at the same time. So I get to be the person who meets with the designers and see what products coming down the line. I get to meet with our consumer insights team and hear about all the trends and insights that they've got. I get to meet with the merchandisers and the buyers and see what they're hoping to put in store, what's selling with our wholesale partners. So I'm taking all of those inputs, and at the North Face, we make way too many incredible products that you can't market them all. And we have way too many cool athletes, partners that you also can't market all of them too. I wish we could. I wish our marketing budget was times 20. So I'm the nerd that gets to decide what the best strategy is for the marketing team to move forward. So which products are we marketing? What stories do we need to tell? What trends are we tapping into? I take that, put a plan together, and then I pitch the rest of the marketing team and they bring it to life. So we have incredible graphic designers, producers, web developers on our marketing team. They bring the whole story to life, and we're kind of working together as it's coming live for consumers. So I get to be kind of the connector, the quarterback. I'm involved in every play.
A nerdy quarterback.
Basically, I'm the nerd.
I have had a front seat to your journey over the years, and it's amazing to me that you are, not only are you creating Marketing People Love in this role, but you live this lifestyle. Like you live in the mountains, like those boards behind you are probably ridden. I don't know the right term, but like you live this lifestyle. So give me a sense of like, how does all of that interplay for you? Like this idea, I think it's very rare that someone's like living heavily the lifestyle that they're also helping to promote.
Yeah.
Outside of like the CBD space, I feel like everyone I meet in the CBD space is very heavy in the CBD space, but you're doing snow sports. So yeah, give me a sense of like, what is it like to work in the things that you love?
Yeah, so I honestly feel like I have one of the dream jobs working on the snow category at the North Face. So I didn't say that. I think I introduced myself at the start, but I do get to focus on the snowboard world, the ski world. It's the best world. I learned the hard way that it can be really hard to market something that you don't believe in. And it can really there's pros and cons, right? So a lot of people say don't mix your passion with work because that could spoil your passion. But as a marketer, I think it's really important to at least believe in what you're selling to the consumer because it makes it that much more powerful. So not only do I believe in the North Face, but I believe in the power of the outdoors. And the outdoors have played a huge role in my life, whether that's been community it's created for me, um, family time. I grew up going outdoors with my dad and my mom and my brothers and sisters and my aunts and uncles. But it also has played a huge role in my mental health too. And so something that's brought me a lot of both extrinsic and intrinsic benefits. So I truly believe in the outdoors. I love it. I can't get enough of it. And that makes me a better marketer, 100%. Not only do I believe in the quality of products that we sell at the North Face, but I believe in the lifestyle that we are promoting. And I do believe it's a positive add to society. So as a marketer, I highly recommend you market something you believe in. It doesn't have to be your whole life. Snowboarding and skiing is not my whole life. I love to do it. It's a lot of my winter, but I'm someone who likes balance. So in order to keep things fresh, I'm getting on a mountain bike, or I'm getting in the ocean to surf, or I'm just taking a walk with friends outside, or drinking on patios. We consider that being
I was
outdoorsy.
gonna say, I was like, when are you drinking wine on porches? I don't. What is all this outdoor activity?
Outdoors, yeah. It doesn't have to be activity. It can be simply sitting outside with your community. It can be just sitting in nature and hearing the beautiful sounds. But I learned, like I said, the hard way. I think if you're not passionate, or if you truly don't believe in what you're selling, it's going to be really hard.
So I'm gonna ask you an impossible question. We talked about this earlier. Only big questions.
Only big questions.
You mentioned you get to do a lot of cool stuff. You get to work with a lot of, whether it be athletes, celebrities, partners. Is there anything that stands out in your time so far where maybe it's a more recent campaign or something that you've done where you're like, wow, this brought together so many things I love in like one campaign? Is there anything out that you think of that you're like, this was wow?
Oh my gosh, I've done a lot of campaigns. I almost want to shout out a campaign that a different part of the brand management team did that I got to help support. That
Do
was
it.
just
Shout it
recently.
out.
All right, I'm
Shout
going
it
to shout
out.
it out. We've done so many amazing campaigns, but last year we had a More Than a Jacket campaign, and it was all about your jacket being much more than just a piece of clothing. It's actually kind of a piece of history for you that you connect with. So we got to tell a lot of amazing stories. And when you said celebrity, it made me think of it because we got to showcase RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, and that really brought me back. But he talks about his jacket kind of being a witness of kind of all of the amazing creative experiences that he's had when he was on the road with Wu-Tang Clan. And you don't think of Wu-Tang necessarily when you think of the outdoors, but I love thinking about exploration as more than just the physical sense. It could be intellectual, it could be creative. And so we've got that the intersection of exploration in society has been really cool to kind of dive into. So when you said celebrity, I thought about that. So shout out to all of my colleagues that worked on the More Than a Jacket campaign. But I know you want to talk about this one because it's one I think I talk about a lot when I talk to my friends, and that's working with the Girl Scouts.
There was no leading question here, Sandra.
Okay.
That being said, when you were like, it's like being inspired as a woman, being outdoors, I was like, but what about the Girl Scouts?
But what about the Girl
And
Scouts?
before you talk about the Girl Scouts, I think it's important because, you know, I think what you get to do with the brand and part of your role is amplifying through collaboration, which not all brands get the opportunity to do or aren't well positioned to do. And this is like a great example of something that connects very powerful thing. Like nostalgia to me is one of the strongest, like you see it in Disney. It's like you see it in these brands. Nostalgia is so strong. And like Girl Scouts is everything that you just said, outdoor collaboration, all the things. So tell us a little bit about this campaign and just how it was moving for you as a marketer.
Yeah, this is cool because, oh man, where do I start? Let's start with the Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout growing up, so I did raise my hand to be involved in this project because I thought it was so powerful. The Girl Scouts organization, it's been around for over 50, I think it's over 100 years now. So very established. And sometimes as an established brand, it's hard to connect, right? And still stay modern and relevant. But if you look at the US, pretty much 1 in every 2 girls joins the Girl Scouts at some
It's
point.
amazing.
So as a marketer, when you talk about reach to the next generation, being able to work with an organization that essentially taps into 50% of girls is pretty incredible. So the scale alone, I was like, this is hands down going to be amazing for my marketing skills, for my growth in collaboration and partnerships. But again, going back to really believe in what we stand for. So this came out of a campaign that we called She Moves Mountains.
Great
And
name.
essentially,
Damn, that's
She
good.
Moves Mountains. And we were essentially tapping into this insight that if you see someone who looks like you doing something, you're way more likely to try it out. And we felt like there was this disconnect of getting, like, how do we get girls into the outdoors? And to get girls into the outdoors, it was really about showing them amazing women who are already in the outdoors and are total badasses and are doing epic things already. So first of all, there was kind of an awareness problem. So if you talk about the brand marketing funnel, you've got your awareness, you just need to get the word out there. A lot of people know about the North Face, but not everyone knows about the incredible work of our female explorers. So we started there by just canvassing the globe with their stories, just getting their stories out into the world and hoping that those were really inspirational. But it never stops there. We don't want to stop at awareness. We want to get people engaged with the brand. We want them to obviously take a look at our products.
Right.
But beyond it being a smart business strategy to grow your consumer base, we also just truly believe in the power of the outdoors. So we want to invite more people in. So one of my favorite values at the North Face is that we stand for exploration for all. And we want to enable that. So we got to take this concept of empowering female explorers and take it to the Girl Scouts and say, how do we get more of your girls to the outdoors? They already have a big outdoor arm of their organization. But we wanted to take that arm and put, the North Face's credibility and authenticity onto it. And so we created badges in snow sports, climbing, running, hiking for all ages.
Oh my gosh, everyone loves a badge. I want a badge.
A badge. So now you can go out and do a snow badge. I'll talk about the snow world because that's my category, but if you're a young girl, you get to go outside and just play in the snow, just start getting familiar with the snow. If you're in elementary school, you get to actually go to the ski resort, strap on some skis or a snowboard and learn how to ski. Or if the progression was kind of insane. For the high school girls, we had them snow camping.
Oh my gosh.
Heading out into the backcountry, pitching a tent and camping in the snow, which not too many people do. So we wanted to just show, come outside with us and explore. So
wow. I mean, see, the badges, I gotta say, that's next level. That is next level when it comes to brand collaboration. Is it like North Face badges? Are they?
So technically it's a ski badge. So you get a really cute badge that has a pair of skis or a pair of snowboard on, like a snowboard on it. It's sponsored by the North Face. So we helped them make the entire curriculum. So we actually talk about thinking through the entire process. And I'm just speaking for an entire team that was part of this. So
Sure.
I cannot take credit for all of this, but we brought in professional athletes to help write the curriculum for each
Wow.
badge program. So, many days spent around the table. We brought in professional photographers to get out there and show kind of some really key educational period, like how do you pack your backpack up and how do you put it all in right when you're going out on the trail. These badges live in existence for 10 years. So it's not a one and done situation. We've already had over 750,000 girls get out and try for a badge in the outdoors, which is incredible. And the Girl Scouts, again, I can't say enough about the Girl Scouts organization. They're incredible. They create opportunity. They've got a huge grant program to get as many girls to the outdoors as possible and gear them up. So it's truly, like you said, truly a true collaboration. So many people involved. But we've already gotten so many girls to the outdoors.
That's amazing. That's what we have for today. Make sure to take a moment to subscribe. No, seriously, I'll wait. Subscribe, because part 2 of this conversation is where Sandra is going to drop some incredible nuggets of wisdom. I'll be thinking about these for weeks. And she gushes over some of her favorite brands, one in particular that got me thinking about their marketing and branding. And she's going to talk about her unorthodox journey that led her to the summit that she never knew possible with her career. Don't want to miss out. Make sure you subscribe.